Niccolò Machiavelli, the infamous political thinker of the Renaissance era, is best known for his work The Prince, a treatise that offers a raw, pragmatic, and sometimes controversial view of power and leadership. Unlike moral philosophers, Machiavelli's philosophy does not hinge on virtue or idealism but on results. He famously argued that it is better for a ruler to be feared than loved, if he cannot be both, and that appearances often matter more than substance. His lessons, though written for princes of the 16th century, still echo in the modern world, especially in leadership, politics, and interpersonal manipulation. This video explores how to build a personal aura so commanding that it influences others to act in accordance with your desires, what might be called bending people to your will, through Machiavellian strategies. This does not advocate unethical behavior, but rather analyzes how power can be consciously cultivated and projected to shape influence. Through manipulation of perception, control of fear and admiration, strategic deception, and psychological dominance, Machiavelli's teachings offer a blueprint for crafting an aura that commands attention and obedience. 1. The foundations of aura, perception over reality. Machiavelli argues that how others perceive you matters more than who you truly are. In The Prince, he writes, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. This is the cornerstone of a powerful aura, mastering appearances. You must engineer how people see you, projecting strength, certainty, and control at all times. This means controlling your image with the discipline of a performer. Always appear confident, even when uncertain. Create a mystique by revealing little about your intentions. Avoid being too predictable or transparent. Ambiguity adds power. When people must guess at your motives, they begin to attribute genius to your actions, even if it is not deserved. This perception of genius builds influence. Machiavellian aura is not built on truth. It is built on carefully orchestrated illusions. You must understand what your audience wants to see in a leader or powerful figure and become that vision. Reputation is a weapon. It must be sharpened, protected, and occasionally wielded to strike fear or demand respect. 2. Strategic use of fear and love. The most infamous Machiavellian lesson is that it is safer to be feared than loved. Why? Because love is fickle and conditional, while fear is reliable and enduring. A powerful aura is often rooted in a subtle undercurrent of fear, an unspoken knowledge that crossing you will come with consequences. However, Machiavelli also warns against outright cruelty. You must be feared without being hated. This is a delicate balance. Respect your authority and think twice before opposing you, but they must not see you as a tyrant. Use punishment strategically and sparingly. Display power in a controlled and justified manner. If you must harm someone, Machiavelli recommends doing it in such a way that you never have to do it again. Swift, decisive, and final. At the same time, you should cultivate a certain level of admiration or love, enough to make people want to follow you, even as they fear you. This duality builds a magnetic field around you. When combined correctly, fear and love create a psychological lock on those around you. They revere and obey you not only because they respect your strength, but because they are emotionally invested in your leadership. 3. The power of deception. Machiavelli believed that deception is not only acceptable in leadership but necessary. A prince must be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves, he said. A powerful aura is maintained in part by selective truth-telling, strategic misdirection, and manipulation of narratives. This doesn't mean lying blatantly or foolishly. It means withholding information, speaking ambiguously, and creating narratives that serve your goals. Never reveal your full plan. Let people assume what they will, and subtly guide their assumptions without ever confirming or denying. Let your aura be shrouded in enigma. The fox-like cunning of a Machiavellian leader is in their ability to predict how others will react to information, and then use that prediction to control outcomes. Speak in parables, symbols, or abstract visions. Use language that stirs emotion rather than clear-cut facts. An aura fed by mystique becomes harder to challenge. Deception in this context is not treachery, it is art. You are crafting a world in which others want to follow you, even if they don't fully understand why. 4. Control the narrative. Machiavelli understood the power of stories. The most effective leaders in history didn't just lead, they controlled the story being told about their leadership. Your aura should be reinforced by a consistent, compelling narrative about who you are and what you represent. Craft your myth. Speak of your values, even if you don't hold them entirely. Promote stories of your past victories, your resilience, your wisdom. When others tell stories about you, whether good or bad, those stories add to your mythos. Encourage the narratives that work in your favor, and silence those that do not. Reputation is currency. Machiavelli advises leaders to be vigilant in protecting it, even if it means theatrics. If people see you as decisive, wise, or formidable, they will begin to act as though you possess those traits, reinforcing your aura in a self-fulfilling loop. In the modern world, this can be amplified through media, social networks, and public speaking. Every public move you make should be strategic. Every post, every speech, every statement, another stroke on the portrait of your aura. 5. Project unshakable confidence and competence. A Machiavellian aura is not meek or hesitant. It is defined by supreme confidence, even when uncertain. People follow those who appear to know where they're going. If you want to bend others to your will, you must radiate certainty and control. This does not mean arrogance, but rather quiet dominance. Speak with authority. Don't second-guess yourself in public. Move with intention. Always act as though you are several steps ahead. When others believe you are more competent than they are, they naturally defer to your decisions. Even in failure, you must reframe the story to appear as though the outcome was either part of a larger plan or a temporary obstacle in your inevitable success. Admit nothing publicly until you have already pivoted. Always be seen in control of the narrative, of your emotions, and of the room. 6. Build alliances and eliminate threats. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of eliminating rivals quickly and efficiently. To maintain an aura of dominance, you cannot allow open dissent to fester. However, overt destruction is not always wise in modern contexts. Instead, neutralize threats through influence. If someone poses a risk to your authority or image, discredit them subtly. Use soft power. Turn allies against them. Undermine their credibility, or outshine them so thoroughly they fade into irrelevance. A Machiavellian never lets enemies grow powerful enough to challenge them. Simultaneously build strategic alliances. Surround yourself with those who benefit from your success and whose loyalty can be counted on. Make them feel they rise when you rise. Your aura grows when you are seen as a powerful node in a larger web of influence. 7. Master emotional detachment. True Machiavellian strength comes from emotional control. Do not let emotions cloud your judgment. To build a commanding aura, you must be able to act without hesitation, even in morally ambiguous situations. People are drawn to those who are calm in chaos. Your emotional detachment allows you to make decisions that others shy away from. This is intimidating and awe-inspiring. When others panic, you must remain composed. When others grow sentimental, you must stay strategic. This control over your own emotions gives you power over the emotions of others. If they cannot read you, they cannot manipulate you. And if they cannot manipulate you, they will fear and respect you. Conclusion: power is a performance. At its core, building a powerful aura that bends others to your will is about conscious performance. Machiavelli did not believe in fate or divine right. He believed in calculated action. He knew that people follow not the best or the most moral, but the most convincing, the most strategic, the most powerful. You must become an architect of perception, a master of emotion, a weaver of narratives, and an actor in your own theater of dominance. The Machiavellian way does not require cruelty or evil, but it does require discipline, awareness, and the will to lead without apology. In modern times, these tactics are as effective as ever, perhaps even more so in an era where perception often outpaces truth. To bend people to your will is to understand how they think, what they want, and how to position yourself as the answer they never knew they needed. Craft your myth, guard your image, move like a lion, think like a fox, and above all, make them believe